presenter, pundit, legend. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 unbelievable Chris Kamara moments. Before we begin, if you enjoy this video, please subscribe for more great content. For this list, we've gathered Chris Kamara's best, funniest and most memorable clips from throughout his TV career. Best known as one of Sky Sports' leading football experts, Kammy's unique way with words has earned him fans all over the world.
There's a pigeon on the pitch, Jeff. Walter is on there and he won't get off, and so the game has been abandoned for a pigeon. Just somebody run at it and it'll fly off, won't it?
Number 10, like Beavers. Chris is covering the North London derby to kick things off, and Arsenal clearly have the upper hand. But Spurs are no pushovers, and Kammy goes to the animal kingdom when describing Tottenham's efforts.
Their football Arsenal is on another level, but Spurs are fighting like Beavers, defending for their lives. It's a terrific game.
As Jeff Sterling points out afterwards, Kamara might have chosen a stronger, more impressive creature, but Beavers it is.
Not tigers or lions, but beavers, those ferocious little devils.
And he renews the analogy in a later report.
The game as a spectacle is magnificent. Spurs working like Beavers, but the football from Arsenal, Jeff, well, it's out of this world. It's sensational.
Is there anything these resourceful rodents can't do?
I think we've found the Beavers.
Yeah, fighting like Beavers, yeah.
Number 9, Kammy's cake. Chris graced the British Bake Off tent in 2016 as part of a charity series for sport relief. Though somewhat inexperienced, his enthusiastic approach impressed the judges.
It's shocking, isn't it? He's been out at sea a long time, so he might be unconscious at this moment. It's a showstopper, all right.
But Paul and Mary were at a laughable loss when he presented them with his 3-tier creation. Kammy had spent ages on the icing, but it all fell a bit flat and shapeless.
It looks like E.T.'s just rammed his face into that cake.
Floppy legs, floppy arms. You're almost asleep on that, aren't you?
Still, it's what's on the inside that counts, and it tasted great.
Chris, that is a fantastic sponge. In fact, one of the best ones I've had this year.
Beauty!
Number 8, ignoring Jeff. It's early days in the 2014-15 season, and Chris is at Upton Park and overly engrossed in the action.
Who started the better, Chris?
Communication difficulties are probably to blame here, but what if Kammy just couldn't be bothered? What if he's on strike?
Who started the better, Chris?
Fed up of being sent around the grounds while Letitia and Merson live it up in the studio? Can you really blame the man for taking some time out?
He has not got a Scooby-Doo.
Number 7, catching a thief. We know him best for giggling in the gantries, but Chris has a ruthless streak too, and heaven help anyone who crosses him.
This is from Soccer AM. Remember when Kammy chased down and caught a mugger in Brazil? Say hashtag St. Kamara's Day.
For example, he was staying in Brazil when his brother-in-law was mugged, so Chris took the matters into his own hands.
I'm chasing him for, yeah, but I'm catching him the whole time.
A half-mile chase through the streets resulted in the thief's eventual arrest, Kamara reclaiming what was his, and a now famous photo of the pundit post-pursuit.
And then they put his vest over his head, and the reason for that is because if he tries to run, even though he's cuffed, he doesn't know where he's going to run to.
And that's the famous photo that's
so that's the famous photo. That's why he's got the vest over his head.
He's hoping this hero gets the Hollywood treatment soon. Number 6, Fulham's disallowed goal. Our next clip sees Kammy start with a straightforward link to camera in the dying moments at Craven Cottage. But then a goal goes in, or does it, and all hell breaks loose.
Papa deal with the header! Ah, it's a goal! It's a goal, Jeff!
As Chris tries frantically to get his facts straight, we're treated to 30 seconds of Kamara in full flow, twisting and turning to try and see who's scored.
No, the referee hasn't given either. Don't really know what's happening, Jeff.
Say what you will about goal line technology, but you just don't get drama like this anymore. Number 5, Christmas Kamara. Away from football, Chris has quite the TV career. In 2016, he turned up alongside Lee Mack & Co. on Would I Lie to You?
My full name is Christmas Kamara.
Tasked with convincing the panel that his real name is Christmas, Kammy spurt some trademark waffle to try and build a backstory to the claim.
Why? Because I was born on Christmas Day.
Jesus was born on Christmas Day. His name's not Christmas.
Unfortunately for all involved, it isn't true. but that didn't stop him from bringing a celebrated sailor into it.
My dad used to be in the Navy, so it was going to be Christmas Captain Cook Kamara, but they decided to call me Christmas Columbus Kamara.
He really was born on Christmas Day though. Number 4, Carly. It's 1 syllable, 4 letters, and fairly easy to remember, but Kammy still manages to get Jeff's name wrong.
Very much so, George. I've just been speaking to Jeff, Fred.
In one of his most famous slips, he even rechristens the host with a feminine alternative.
You still need me at the end of the game, Carly.
I've told you, Kammy, stop calling me Carly in public.
Carly.
For goodness sake.
Of course, on this occasion, there are more of those pesky technical faults at play, but the timing is perfect, and Jeff's reaction is priceless.
Please, nobody call me Carly.
Typically, Kamara remains blissfully oblivious to the brilliant blooper. Number 3, the Goalfest at Portsmouth. We cast back to September 2007 next, for a record-breaking matchup which left Chris quite breathless.
Unbelievable stuff here, Jeff.
It's Pompey against Reading and the goals are flying in. 2-1 at half-time, 6 goals in the last 20, 2 in the second half injury time.
Jeff, unbelievable. I have to say, what a game this is. Magnificent.
The game became the highest scoring Premier League match in history, and it fell to Kammy to try and describe it.
Unbelievable, Jeff. It's amazing. It's raining goals.
Ultimately, there's only one word for it. Unbelievable.
Jeff, Reading have scored. Nicky Shorey has just plundered one in from about 20 yards. It took a deflection off Sol Campbell. I can't believe it. I honestly cannot believe it.
Number 2, the ghost goal for Reading. In Kammy's defence, this next incident is ridiculous even before Chris tries to explain it. We're at Vicarage Road basking in the sunlight when the visitors score. Except, they don't, but they do.
Jeff, unbelievable. There's a goal, but it's not a goal, but it's a goal because the referee's given it as a goal.
Chaos reigns when the ref awards a goal despite the ball never passing between the posts. Suffice to say, Kamara is baffled. Time for a clear and concise breakdown of the situation, we reckon. When you're ready, Kammy.
He's headed it towards goal and it was cleared. There was a few ricocheted shots. The referee then gave what appeared to be the linesman flagging for a foul. But the linesman then flagged to the ref, come over. The ref went over to him and he says that the ball crossed the line.
Let's not confuse the issue now. Number 1, the red card. We finish with Kamara's most famous gaffe and a mistake which has made him world famous. Guided by the video printer, Jeff goes to Chris after a sending off at Fratton Park. But Chris is none the wiser.
There's been a red card, but for who, Chris Kamara?
I don't know, Jeff, has there? I must have missed that.
Cue bewildered laughter from the boys at the studio and the lost living Kammy who will never live this down.
What's happened, Chris?
I don't know, Jeff.
From start to finish, it's live TV at its absolute finest.
Get your fingers out and count up the number of Portsmouth players who are on the field.
No, you're right. I saw him go off, and I thought they were bringing a sub on, Jeff.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.